Few key things that you need to know in order to be successful at getting into PT school. One is make sure to get observation hours. I'm not sure exactly what the recommended number of hours is, but go to the school you're applying to. They'll have a list of things that you need to do, and observation hours will be on there and how many are required, but go above and beyond. Observation hours aren't that hard to find, and make sure you get different settings. So go to a hospital and shadow a PT there. Go to an outpatient setting. It's a little bit harder to go to a nursing home, but try to get that, as well as home health. So those are different settings. Either observe, become a tech, anything that you can get hands-on experience or at least see what physical therapists do in that setting. That is huge, not only so that you have that to talk about during your interview, but you know the different settings when it comes time to graduate PT school or when it comes for rotations, what you might be interested in.
I applied to a lot of schools. I had 9, but then I did narrow it down to 7, 3 or 4 interviews. And honestly, the interviews were the best experience because they allowed me to see the kind of personality of each program, and they were all vastly different. I was able to meet the students, meet the faculty, and see what the campus would be like and how I'd feel there.
I think I applied to 5 places. I got interviews to 3, and then I ended up getting into all 3. The best advice I can give into applying is to apply to at least 7. You don't really know what's going to happen. You might have a set school that you want to go to, but have backup plans just in case. Be open-minded about it. It's a crazy interview process. Apply, and have good interview skills. Now, what is the PTCAST? That is also super important. You can Google it, PTCAST, and it'll come up. Really, it's just this massive application that you have to fill out, and then you send it to the PT schools that you want to go to. So, if you're interested in PT school, the number one thing you have to do first is look at the PTCAST and start putting in your information. And then, once you've put in all your information, you have to write some essays, you have to get some reference letters, and that's how the PTCAST works. And then you send it out to whichever schools that you want to apply to.
PTCAST was a really time-consuming, depending on how many programs you're applying to, because you have to write different essays for every school. Obviously, you have your major overall essay, so I feel like I spent the most time on that, just perfecting it, and then getting all your information in. It takes a while, but I think the essays are probably the hardest part, and then the cost. I mean, obviously, if you apply to more programs, it's more expensive, so you have to take that into consideration too.
PTCAST was nice because everything is in one place. Unless you choose to apply to a school that's not on PTCAST, then it gets a little complicated. But in general, it was pretty user-friendly. One suggestion I would make is that you should apply early, because even if you fill out your part, you still have to wait on transcripts and you have to wait on reference letters to come in. So those take a while, so definitely get your PTCAST done as soon as you can. I would also suggest keeping track, whether it's on your computer or keeping a written document and scanning it to your computer, of all of your observation hours and volunteer experience that you do before applying. For me, it was really hard to remember when I did what, and I wish that I had kept a written log of everything that I had done in my undergraduate experience, kept it all in one place, and then that would have made PTCAST and the application in general a lot easier.
It's just like the ACT to get into college. Well, the GRE helps you get into PT school.
I took the GRE one time because I attained a score that was just above the recommended average for the programs that I applied to, and I found out what that average was by going directly to their websites.
I took the GRE, I think it's either 2 or 3 times, and I say it that way because the first time I was just I need to do this and see what. The second time, or the time that I took it right before I got in, I got everything dialed in, and so I spent time. I got the books, I did all the prompts, I was able to do the practice exams, and so I saw how I was trending, and I saw that my verbal was fine, and I was just drilling the math and getting that dialed in and figuring how to do that out. But the writing, so doing the mock writing was the key, and so when I needed to get it, I got it done that last time. So probably 2, 3, something like that.
I took it twice. The first time I took it, I just kind of went in there. I knew a little bit of what to expect, but I didn't really study for it. Poor decision. There was no point in wasting that money and that time. I totally wish I would have studied really hard and just taking it once.
Thank God I only took it once and got the score I needed, but I studied a lot for it from the book.
I hope this video helped you guys. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if there's another video that I can do. I wish you guys the best of luck. You can do it.